Well, welcome to the show. First, I'm going to start with a little speaker wisdom. Have you really wanted to take your speaking career to the next level? You're doing pretty good. You like it. You love what you do. You're getting enjoyment out of it, serving and helping. You may even be speaking at different locations around, the world. Maybe you're being called to speak at different events, and you're traveling. You're meeting new people. You're showcasing what you do. It's so much fun. You're able to serve and tell so many people about what you're doing. You're establishing yourself as an expert, and you're feeling really good when you leave that room after being on stage, just serving and giving your absolute best. It feels, it's the most rewarding feeling ever. I've been there many, many times, and I love it. You get a high adrenaline, people are clapping, you're feeling absolutely great. But then you go home. You're still on a high for a couple of days, and then it all falls down. Then the next opportunity comes along. You go, you feel great, you are the star, right? You're on stage, you're serving, you're giving your best, and then you go home. What I find is that a lot of speakers really get tired after a while of the ups and downs in the speaker business. Because when they leave that platform, they really don't have anything else to show for it. Being in front of a group of people is great and all, but if you're not able to serve them on a bigger scale, you're really left with nothing. And then you have to do it again, and the grind of having to do it again and do it again and do it again by speaking and giving your all and putting so much energy into your presentations, it can lead to a very, very low point in your life until you get that next gig. Well, one thing that's going to really help that is to really transform yourself and your mindset about the speaking business. And what helped me is to really stop playing small. Stop playing small. I started to expand my network of people, of people who are influencers in the industry. People have done this a long time ago. I mean, for a long time. People who could teach me certain tips and strategies and things to really elevate my business. Another thing that really helped me to really advance in my career as a speaker is really having a conversation with Christie and understanding, what do I really want? What am I really doing here? What do I want to get out of this thing called public speaking? Is it just a little motivation boost here and there? Or do I really want to serve on a greater scale? And so I had to look and evaluate myself and see what I brought to the table and what I was offering the audience that I was, presenting to. I had to look at my value, my worth, my expertise, I had to be worthy of myself. Really look and see how I could create a huge speaker business around speaking. So I had to make that shift. When I made that shift, I started to think bigger, to think more than just getting on stage and speaking to more people and serving at that moment. I really wanted to impact those people's lives with my message, with my experience, with the presentation that had taken so long to put together. I wanted to help them and really help them and serve them more. And while a book is great, it goes a long way, right? It's more deep than that. When you're really helping someone and impacting someone's lives, there's a lot of energy and dedication. So I wanted to serve on a bigger scale, make a bigger impact, and be more influential. And that took more courage and more confidence within myself to take my business to the next level. So if that's you, you're tired of the ups and downs, serving and just going home, leaving with absolutely nothing. and no connection with the people that you're serving, think about your business long term. What are the things that you can do to really impact people's lives more than the 30, 60 minutes that you're on stage? And so that kind of leads us into today's topic. It's to speak your way to financial freedom. And there are some components to this that we're going to talk about that you can really start doing right now. Now, one misconception that I get a lot is that, we think that we have to be this big guru to be able to be an influencer, to get paid as a speaker. But I'm here to tell you that it's not the case. Again, it's about who you're around, your network, your organizations, your community, all of that. Those people are going to really support you during this time. And so being, a paid speaker really showcases your expertise. And think about it, when you were able to do that more and more and more and more and more, that's what allows us to be known in our industry. And as we're known in our industry, more people are going to come to us for guidance and suggestions and help and support, which will lead to bigger and better things if you are prepared. And so that's also going to lead to more business opportunities, maybe partnerships. It's going to allow you to grow your business on a bigger and wider scale. And that's what you want to do for sure, as we all want to do, right? And one thing that helps is to always invest in yourself, invest in your career, and invest in your future. A lot of people think that they can just do this, just go speak and that's it. But it takes a lot of investment in ourselves, getting a coach, getting a mentor, getting a lot of the things we're going to talk about in just a couple of minutes together so that we're positioned as an expert in our industry and not an amateur. We don't want to do that, right? We want to position ourselves as a leader, as an influencer. And you can certainly do that nowadays so much faster than you were able to do that previously. So one thing that's going to help, and that's the first thing I want to talk about, is having a killer speaker reel. Now, what is a speaker reel? A speaker reel is a short clip, maybe like 30 seconds, 45 seconds at the most, of you in action. Event planners and meeting planners want to see you on stage. They want to see how you perform and how you're going to engage their audience. They also want to know about your topics. How do you present your topics? And your speaker reel is going to do that. And you're probably thinking, Christie, I don't have a speaker reel. That's okay. Well, you can get one professionally. That's one way of getting a speaker reel. But you can also kind of find a stage somewhere, have a friend or something, take a video of you on stage talking about what you do. That's the first thing. And when you start speaking more, definitely have someone take videos of you on stage. They want to see you in action. And also events you can go to that specialize in helping you get your speaker reel prepared. I might have to do something like that for my clients soon. But your speaker reel is going to be showcased everywhere. For me, I am a speaker reel on my social media pages. I frequently post that out on my social media, but on my website, my media kit, I have a link on my one sheet. When I'm sending out proposals to various companies, I will definitely include my speaker reel. I want them to see me in action always. And so you're getting your speaker reel is vitally important if you really want to get those speaking gigs that's going to help pay you. And also just showcase your expertise to the industry so people know that, hey, you're the person to go to when they need guidance or help in that area. Now, the next thing is extremely important as well, and that is building your brand. What does building your brand mean? When I say building your brand, I mean really putting yourself out there and in a way that separates you from all the other speakers. If you have ever went and looked at a speaker bureau, you see there's pages and pages and pages and pages of speakers. However, what makes you stand out? You want to stand out. Is it your smile? Is it your clothes? It could be your hair. It could be certain skills or abilities that you have. I was watching a video of a gentleman speaking, and he was doing all kind of acrobatics. I mean, that really set him apart. I'm like, wow, I can't do that. I have a friend who is an opera singer, a professional opera singer, has an amazing voice. So whenever he comes out on stage, he just bells out this huge note or tune, and everyone's just in awe of that. And so he adds a little entertainment to his presentations. If you can do anything like that, that would be great. But really establishing your brand, who are you? Your title and your tagline is extremely important. And you can certainly do that with that. And I have a client who is getting his doctorate degree. He's very high up in the fire department, and he got his doctorate degree to kind of separate him from the other fire chiefs in the world and in the area of leadership. I have another client who is what are they doing? Has created a podcast that talks about weird things like UFOs, Loch Ness Monster, Sasquatch, things like that. She's very quirky, but her personality really shows out because and she showcases it. She showcases it everywhere, and her personality is just amazing and just quirky. So she's always getting gigs, mostly as an MC, and she's getting paid for that. And she's traveling all over the world as an MC. She was even an MC at my event. So find different things that you can do to distinguish yourself and put that out there, your brand. And when I talk about your brand is your messaging. Your brand is your photo shoots, your colors, your title, your tagline, and showcase that everywhere. Showcase you as an individual, as a unique, creative, expert, thought leader in your industry. You can do that with your brand. And lastly is be professional. When you are working to get more of these paid speaking gigs, right? Paid speaking opportunities, you always want to be professional. What do I mean by being professional? You want to, go there, get there on time. Do not leave early. Usually have events or dinners after presentation or event. Hang out, meet people, network, build these relationships, because what I found is that when I started to network after these speaking events, I found opportunities for the next event and the next event and the next event. And that just expanded my business rapidly. But it created a domino effect. But the first thing you have to do is take that first step, first event. And then always be prepared. Now, I went to an event like a couple of weeks ago, and the speaker there forgot her presentation. She didn't have her USB drive. She didn't have a laptop, but she didn't have a charger. We were in a different location. No one else had a charger for her, and she just looked extremely unprepared. So when you think about it, am I going to hire that person to come back again? Probably not. Did she went over the audience with her presentation that was like 45 minutes late because she was searching and trying to find all the things that she needed for the presentation? No. No, I didn't get a warm and fuzzy feeling for her. And even though she was an expert and she talked about something that I was seriously interested in, I couldn't work with her. I couldn't work with her because if you are not prepared for a presentation that you knew months in advance about, how are you going to be prepared? I mean, how prepared are you going to be if let's say, hire you for something else? And so those are things that you want to think about. How can you just always show up as your absolute best? Your attire is very important. The sleep that you get the night before, your attitude, right? How you welcome the audience, how you welcome the meeting planners, all those things are closely watched. So always show up as an expert. And then after the event, follow with a thank you card. Remember when you sent out thank you cards? No, they are still a thing. And they just add a personal touch to, the things that you're already doing. And so send a thank you card immediately as soon as you get home, if not already while you're driving or flying back home. And lastly, I just want to say that, there's a lot of components that go into being a professionally paid speaker. And understand that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But if you watch my videos and take action on, let's say, one thing and apply it, and then do the next thing and apply it, and add another thing and apply it, you're going to find in a very short amount of time that your speaking business will expand and grow to what you want it to be. Now, one of the best ways that I found to really speak my way to financial freedom is creating my own events, be virtual or live events. What that does is not only showcase me as an influencer, as a thought leader, as an expert in my industry, but it brings people to me, right? My products and services. So when you're speaking, whether it's at your own event or at someone else's event, it's best to not just have a book, right? Think of ways how you can serve that audience on a bigger scale, on a long-term scale. And that's usually in the form of your products or services. And that's going to help them tremendously really make those transformations. Because think about it. Why do you want to be a speaker in the first place? Why do you want to be an expert in the first place? Is to help and serve people on a bigger scale. So do that. You have the opportunity to do that. Speaking is just one part of the equation. Having something to offer them and to help and support them on their journey is what is going to really help you to become a highly, highly paid speaker in this lucrative business. And so that ends today's episode. I hope that you gained a lot of information. So go out there, do the best you can to create that speaker reel, get that out there as soon as possible. Build your brand, and then find ways that you can up-level your professionalism as a speaker. Now, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can always go to my website, www.beseenbeloved.com. And just lastly, I just want to send you much love and success. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Bye for now.
Are you a professional struggling to speak confidently in front of others? Do you have trouble giving presentations or leading teams? Are you finding it difficult to sell to clients? At Be Seen Beloved, we understand the challenges you face. That's why we're here to help. With our expert guidance and training, you'll gain the confidence you need to excel in your business and career. Whether you're looking to lead groups, speak to larger audiences, or train people in your corporation, we can help. Our unique approach will not only improve your business connections and increase your income, but it will also lead to a happier and more fulfilled life. So why wait? Take the first step towards success and visit us at www.beseenbeloved.com today.